industry has acknowledged the fact that data is like oil, right?
Ask you in a very business sense, why do I need data observability? Why
Data engineers or whoever is there responsible for managing the data platform, they invest around 30 to 40% of time in just managing the data platform.
Hi everyone, my name is Sankalp Gupta. I am the host for the new talk series show Data Dialogue, where in every session we'll talk about new and trending topics in the area of data and analytics. I work with LUMIQ, which is a leading FSI data and analytics specialist. We work exclusively with the FSI industry across banks, insurance, capital markets, asset management companies to deliver various data-led projects which satisfies their needs across various themes such as business excellence, customer insights, and much more. Let's welcome our guest for today. Hi Anuj, welcome to the first episode of our Data Dialogue series. Can you please introduce yourself?
Thank you for having me here. So my name is Anuj Vyas, and I have more than 13 years of industry experience. I have worked with organizations like that of IBM, and in all those 13 plus years, my primary interaction is all with decision makers like CTOs and CDOs. And recently with LUMIQ, I am working as a solution manager, helping clients in solving their data and analytics challenges, trying to understand the requirement and how they can leverage their enterprise-wide data for running data-driven initiatives. So this is what I do in a nutshell. I solve data challenges for our FSA clients.
I think Anuj, you are the perfect person to talk about today's topic, which is data observability. In today's digital landscape, the companies are getting vast amounts of data. There is 2.5 quintillion of data generated every day.
Yeah.
Now, these decisions have actually the capacity to enable enterprises make strategic business decisions. But now the companies also realize that it is very important to monitor this data, because making some decisions based on some incomplete or inaccurate data can have real world consequences, and not just real world, it can have financial and legal consequences as well.
Correct.
So that's why I think the observability part and the monitoring part is very relevant in today's data field. So in your experience, what is data observability?
So, before coming to data observability, right? In fact, industry has acknowledged the fact that data is like oil, right? But to me, data is should be like a water, because it should be clean and accessible and trusted and consumable. Okay. So data observability focus around those aspects of data. So data observability is like it's a broader umbrella term which describe the end state of the data which is coming on the data platform, whether you can trust this data, whether the data is reliable, whether the data is complete, and most importantly, whatever data is coming onto the platform, right? It should have, it should be, it should not be having any downtime, right? So that you can use this data, consume this data. So data observability is a concept which measure all the data dimensions, right from data quality. It will monitor all your data assets, which are your transformation jobs, pipeline, all those reports, AML model which are consuming this data, and you are using the output of those reports or AML model for making data-driven decisions.
Thanks, Anuj. So in this data field, we have been hearing about data observability. But if I ask you in a very business sense, why do I need data observability? Why is it crucial for an enterprise?
Okay, so let me give you an example, right? So imagine you are a CFO, right? And every morning you see some reports and take some decisions based on that report data, right? But one fine day you realize that the data which is there in that report, or the KPIs which are there, those in the reports, are not reflecting accurately, right? Or it can be the worst. The report is blank, right? Some KPIs are missing, right? So these are all the aspects which will which will stop you, which will create a hindrance in taking data-driven decision. So hence, when you are dependent on a data within an enterprise to take data-driven decisions, it is very essential that you monitor the data platform, the data assets, and all the aspects related to data, especially about if the data is coming at the right time, if the data is getting processed, in a sequential manner, or if you can, trust this data for consuming those data in form of, let's say, reports or dashboard or any consumption pattern. Hence, establishing a broader aspect of data observability on top of your existing data platform or a data warehouse, or it can be lakehouse architecture, is very, very crucial. And based on my conversation with all those decision makers, while everyone has some form of data platform in their enterprise, but they have a uniform view that that whatever data they're consuming, or whatever data is there on the data platform, right, it should conform to certain standards, right? And this is where data observability come in. It will tell you if your data is right or wrong, whether there are some challenges, or whether you can use this data or trust this data.
So Anuj, we understand why data observability as a whole is important for a consumer, but why do you think an enterprise should invest in terms of data observability?
Okay, see, enterprise invest multi-million dollars in setting a data platform, which is a very which is a strategic investment for any enterprise, right? And what I have seen, in fact, what analysts have seen, right, to maintain this data platform, to provide data to all the consumers, and the data provider can provide the data, right? What I've seen is that data engineers, or whoever is there responsible for managing the data platform, they invest around 30 to 40% of time in just managing the data platform, right? So which includes identification of issues, solving those issues, identifying the root cause analysis, and and doing day-to-day activities just to maintain the platform. And now this activity, right, this constitutes huge burden on enterprise in terms of effort and the cost. Now imagine if you have a layer of a data observability which can free the time of these data engineers, significantly reducing your mean time to detect and mean time to resolve KPIs, right?
Yeah.
So if I have to give you an example, and this I'm quoting from a real world scenario, a typical data incident, right? Just to detect that incident, it can take a data engineer from days to weeks, right? Okay, just for detection.
Yeah.
And he will invest another couple of days or a week just to resolve it. Now imagine if you can reduce the detection time from days to minutes to second, and resolution time using AML recommended resolution recipes to just a couple of hours. So this is a huge impact which the data observability can bring on the table, which enterprise can benefit from it, and they can free the time of the critical resource like data engineers, so that they can build innovative use cases and products.
So thanks Anuj, you're absolutely on point. So we also have been hearing about the term data monitoring. So, and people often confuse data monitoring with data observability. So what exactly is the difference between these two terms?
Yeah, these are all data monitoring, data observability, these are all very interchangeable terms, right? But there is a fine line, and to me this fine line is between doing a reactive approach versus proactive approach, right? So data monitoring will tell you if certain KPIs, data KPIs are met or not met. It can be as simple as data coming at, let's say, every day at 9 a.m., whether it's coming or not coming. So data monitoring will give you a real-time analysis or near real state of the data, and it will flag any inconsistencies in it. But data observability, right, it will go one level deep. It will tell you the inner state of a data platform. It will uncover a lot of hidden insights. So for example, if one of the pipeline which is not run today, right, which is highlighted with data monitoring, right, it will go one level deep, and it will tell you why this incident happened, and because of this incident, what was the root cause of that incident, why it happened, and can it happen in future as well. So data observability will uncover a lot of hidden insights. And if I have to give you a very simple example from a day-to-day life, so this is like you have a fire sensor at your home. So monitoring will tell you there is a fire, right? But observability will tell you whether this fire is coming from kitchen or from a bedroom, and what can be the impact, how you should, what remediation steps you have to take. So all of those is uncovered from a data observability principle.
Such a good example to actually explain the difference between both of these terms. So Anuj, in terms of if I say what are the LUMIQ's offering for data observability, and what have you seen while talking to, as you said, you have been interacting with a lot of CXOs across the industry. So what have been their experience and what all offerings are there which LUMIQ provides?
Okay, industry has some form of data observability in some shape and format, right? But the real issue which I have seen, personally, and all the CXOs and CDOs, they have also confirmed this challenge that for data monitoring, data observability, and for ensuring data reliability, they have to rely on multiple tools and services, right? A lot of time is invested by your critical assets, which are data engineers, just to maintain the data platform, and that too with a lot of integration, multiple different tools and technology, which I just said, right? So there is no uniform layer which can tell you what has happened, what is happening currently, and how, if it has happened, then what are steps you have to take to remediate that issue. Okay, so LUMIQ, as you know that LUMIQ is solving data, and LUMIQ is a data analytics specialist, right? Been in industry for almost 10 plus years, right? So what we have done, we have encapsulated all of those learning best practices, industry best practices. In fact, we operate in an industry which is highly governed, highly regulated, right, and highly data sensitive. So we have encapsulated all of those learning and best practices in form of a product. So we call it as an Empower Prism. And what Prism is essentially doing, Prism is a layer, right, which is totally independent, whether you want to implement on top of your existing data platform or a data warehouse or a lakehouse architecture, right? So it is absolutely agnostic to your underlying data platform, right? It will sit on top of it. It will be integrated with, it will integrate with your existing data platform, or if you're setting a new data platform, this can be one of the opportunity to look at data observability part as well. And it will monitor all the metadata, all the data assets, and most importantly, it's a end-to-end offering, right? Okay. Right from establishing data governance to identifying data related incidents, and to remediate data incidents faster. So it's an end-to-end integrated offering where you don't have to involve into complexities, and you can save your lot of bandwidth of your data engineer, so that you can free their bandwidth and they can use that bandwidth to solve other critical issues and use cases.
Got it. So Anuj, not going into too much of technical details, but any particular case study that you would want to discuss where we have actually implemented Prism and actually have seen significant results from that implementation?
So one case study, one reference which is coming on top of my mind. So this is one of a large one of the large investment company, right? And what they have, they provide analysis on data to multiple business partners. Okay, and it is one of the largest data platform which I have seen. And one of the critical challenge was that how to ensure data integrity, data quality, and data reliability on the platform. Okay, and reason being, there are multiple partners who consume this data, and there are multiple data providers who are providing this data. So often, many times there are inconsistencies in data quality issues, leading to reactive approach to solving those challenges, or data quality or data inconsistent challenges, right? So what we have done, we have implemented Prism on top of it, and instead of following a reactive approach, now we are proactively identifying the issues. Okay, and if I have to quantify it, as of now, we are measuring or identifying 5,000 incidents per minute. Okay. So this talks about the volume of a platform. This talks about the complexity which a platform is solving, and those incidents are flagged to the data reliability engineer, so that instead of following a reactive approach, they know that this has gone wrong, this may go wrong, and because of this, what all downstream applications or your reports or dashboard or AML model can have an impact.
Yeah. Thank you, Anuj, for spending your valuable time with us. Data observability, why is it important for a business? Healthy data is equivalent to healthy business. Thanks, everyone. We'll see you in the next episode.
Yeah. Thank you.